Hello, Tanya here, Pavlov Dog Training. I am in pretty rural Kansas right now, surrounded in miles and miles of farmland, lots of cows, and the occasional unnamed barn cat. In fact, I just had a little black and white cat befriend me. She's square to the left of my person and is apparently pretty unfazed by new people since she made her acquaintance very quickly. So anyway, I want to shoot a quick video and address a common question I get, which is, what is the point of me teaching my dog a place cue, also known as park it? So for you folks who are unfamiliar with a park it command, I'm going to give you a real quick and dirty definition, followed by what's the point, why waste your time teaching it. Park it is essentially defined as, Lucy, I need you to go to this predetermined piece of real estate and camp out there until we release you otherwise. So usually a dog cot is used. In the past, I've used a bed. Dog cot is preferable just because there's a very, very clear delineation between you're either on the cot or you're off. If you're off, you have to down step, and I feel like it's a little bit easier for dogs to catch on. So the point of this lesson are a couple things. For one, it is a super helpful way to manage your dog in your house while you are busy doing chores that you want your dog present, but you don't necessarily want him up in your bubble, up in your personal space. For example, cooking time, dinner time, you're making your noodles, you're cutting your vegetables. You want your dog present, but you don't want his nose scavenging on the countertop. Let's say you have a friend over for a beer, a cocktail. Again, you want your dog present, but you don't necessarily want his wet nose sliming her martini glass, right? So a park is a good way to have your dog present, feel like they're part of it, but not necessarily be the focal point of your social event. So the second perk of a nice clean park it, and this is the big one, folks, is creating a, I'll call it a tone setting lesson, So once your dog understands the rules and regulations of park it and understands good things will happen when he's on the park it, but you are also going to enforce. It's non-negotiable. If you say park it, he's got to camp out there until you say otherwise. Once he gets that concept, what it does is it creates a real healthy state of mind, and it gets your dog almost habituated into defaulting to you, following your cue, following your command. Not only is that applicable in that certain lesson, but it's something that bleeds over into other venues, other situations where you really want your dog to defer to you. So a lot of times when people call me on the phone, they'll list pain points. They've got pain point A, B, and C. Super common pain point is leash reactivity, leash issues with impulse control. So a lot of people will instinctively want to target that pain point directly. That is one way to do it, but I found that if we can lay down a healthy foundation of rules and regulations in the house outside of that particular pain point, like when you're checking emails on your smartphone, if you can lay down rules and regulations in that context without the trigger, without the pain point present, it creates such a healthy foundation, such a healthy state of mind, so that when you do venture out and you do address those pain points, your dog is already in a state of mind of habitually defaulting to you. She already knows that when you give her a cue and you tell her leave it, when you tell her park it, in this case, you're going to back that up. It's non-negotiable. She's got to do it. So again, this isn't a video about a how-to, but this is really just emphasizing what is the point of a park it, what's the point of a place cue. There you have it. If you have questions, reach out. Tanya, Pavlov Dog Training. Have a lovely day. Ciao.